Alright, for hole 1, I'm going to go 4 top, 3 right. I am going to set up with the blue ring at the right side of the red rough, or at the right side of the rough at +0. I'm going to adjust max +20%, and I'm going to use 1.5 times the OP that I adjust into with a half ball of right curl. Hey Sky, hopefully I can do okay. How did you do? Have you played yet? So 7-2. So this account here is actually still in Expert 3. So I'm going to use it as my warm-up before I play my others. Because I definitely will not have time to play all of my accounts. Hey Jonathan, thanks for the good luck. Okay, so we rolled to 338, which means we're going to be pretty close to min. I'm going to assume about 5%. You want to favor being a little shorter than longer. 12, 13, and 14. Not bad, all 3 of those should be through. Sounds about like my rounds yesterday. Some of these greens are really tough. Our poor opponent here is going to be having a really nasty putt. Maybe. I've seen this putt become unmakeable. You definitely don't want to go to the left side. Okay, so there's min. So 2 rings, which is 5%. Got 8.0. I'm gonna go 8.1. Great left is not good. Thanks, Labadon, for the good luck. I'm gonna be over here with our opponent with this really hard putt. That was a bad great left. See, it's a really tough one to hit there. It's blind, you got a lot of curl, and you need a lot of power to get up over it. Yep, I missed it as well. So you definitely want to stay away from great left there. And that really wasn't that long of a putt. It was just that the curve in the hill. I couldn't imagine being further out. That's why we're warming up with this count. Alright, so let's go in. And get a quarterback. On this next one, it's a no moving target. Oh no, it's okay, hold on. I don't care if I get this account through. Like I said earlier, it's 3-star, and it doesn't have a lot of balls or anything. So this is just kind of a warm-up. I will not be able to play all of my accounts. I'm not even sure how much I'm going to play on the opening round, because I'll be traveling Wednesday and Thursday. Or not Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. And then, of course, Saturday's Christmas. So it's really tough timing to try to play and work out these holes. So I've been playing this mid plus 10. Which is about 1 to 1 minus 0.2. Trying to do is very similar to what our opponent's doing. Is roll up past it and back into the hole. So we have 7.6, which is going to be 7.4. 4 back. There's 7. I'm going to try to use this to get to 0.4, because I'm really bad at 0.4s. Great left. I did have a little bit of baby overpower there. And we'll miss left. Hopefully by the end of this round, I'll be hitting perfects, and then I can go into my next round and play it well. So I am not going to do the slice on this shot. I'm going to try a shot that was sent to me by one of you viewers, Raja Brahma. He sent me this shot, so I'm going to use this practice here as a chance to see how well the shot works. Thorn and an Apoc. And a Titan. Maybe doing 70% club plus 0. I'm going to set up with half of the red ring at the right rough at the plus 0 with max top and max left. And for 10.3, I have 7.3. Then I'm going to push up 5 rings. And I'm going to use max overpower, half ball left curl, and try to hit perfect. We do get our perfect. We should hit the rough. Hopefully relax. No. Looks like I need it pushed up a little more. But he did have Apoc 7, which is going to have more top. He should still be fine on the second shot with the Nirvana. It looks like our opponent's going for a similar shot here. Hey Vivek, how you doing? Thanks for the good luck. Yeah, thanks guy. I try not to use special balls because I don't like to spend the money on them. Yeah, I can lower the music volume a bit. Hold on a second. There we go. So, even though I made a mistake, I can still clear. We're at max. I'm gonna go ahead and do minus 30%. Actually, minus 15. So 9.4 is gonna be 5.9. We do get a perfect. Is that a little better, Vivek? Better, Vivek? Yes, I have gotten the Albatross. There's multiple ways to get it. I did a power slice, which can get you to the green. There's also a top spin boost ball approach from the direction we were re-hitting, and then there's the bounce over, which is what I was trying, but I didn't push up enough or something. It looked like it landed a bit far back. So there is a crosswind and a tailwind, and it seems to be drastically affecting the ball, because I've had some on the slice where it just barely missed the rough, and then some where it's like 10-15 yards back. I bet he did a power slice too. I mean, it's there. If you watch the video I posted, I mean, I ended up in the bunker, but I've also avoided the bunker. There's a little bit of a bowl, so knowing the throw is a little off. I'll just full OP normal shot. I do the slice and Sebastian didn't. If you watch Golf Class Josh, He's going straight at it with a spirit ball. So it is an albatross hole. Hey, Amit. Thanks for the good luck. Alright, let's go to hole 4. I could not hit perfect on this hole yesterday for anything. So max plus 25%. Gonna get our Kingmaker back out. Yeah, I believe with the right wind and push up, the spirit ball can get on the green. Hey, Ofer, thanks for the good luck. I got the wrong bag. Oh, looks like we're going freehand on this one. So 3 top, 2.5 right. I'm going to try to line up this guide as good as possible. 7.8. We're going to be long. Yeah, 335 is going to put me between clubs. You want to be in the 330 range. I had the guide of the Thor's hammer. I'd know for sure, but... Hey Josh, thanks for the good luck. We're just kind of warming up here. Did you get that minus 17 or better on that last account? No. I'm definitely not getting it on this one. Oh, 14. Still, 14's respectable. Oh. Now you want to make sure this goes through the hole. Because I have pulled up short. I got perfect, which means I probably did something else wrong. It is a very finicky course. Nothing seems to bounce consistently. I was playing around on hole 5, which we'll do next, and I saw a funnel to the right side, but I couldn't get it to go to the hole. I mean, it was a massive funnel, but it's always one square behind the hole. Yeah, that was just maybe a little over adjusted. I win it, and man, plus 0. 5.8 is minus 5%. If I'd done P2, maybe. Or set up center pin, minus 5. I did get one drop on 5 using the shot from the left. There's this weird roller coaster looking roll. And if you can get it right, it'll drop. Hey, Celise. Thanks for the good luck. Congratulations on your win the other day. I saw that. Alright, let's see if we can get this drop again. Alright, so I'm playing the 70% club plus 35% P3. A lot of times it's a double adjust. I have dropped it. I have been on either side of the cup. And I had one end on the fringe. I think I over adjusted that one. I mean, I don't have any wind balls or anything. Or the right P4s to go with the sand bump or the rough bump right in front of it. I think they're there. I just didn't have the balls for it. Alright, so 3 right, 2.3 top. Then at the +1, I'm going to move left until it's center pin. Right there. The +2, but it'll be okay. 9.9. I want to make sure, if anything, I'm favoring 1159. So it looks like I'm going to come in a little right because it needs to turn and go close to the fringe. So I was set up a little too far up. This is the funnel from the right side. I tried all day to hit this one, and it's always one hole behind. But no matter what you do, you're going to have a short putt. So if you're just looking to birdie and get out, this is an easy shot. I mean, you can move it all around. You've got a massive target. But you're not going to get the hole in one. You'll end up in that spot right there. So if you want an easy birdie, that's your shot. Alright, so I got max plus 10%. I'm going to adjust, push up 5 yards, and I'm going to use max top, max left, half a ball lift curl. One of our clan mates, Jim Rydell, posted this in the clan chat. I've dropped it a couple of times, and then I've had a couple of great lifts, just barely miss. But it's a nice solid spot for landing. The adjustment's a little hard with the bunker if you get the wrong wind angle. Alright, Vivek, have a good one. I'll talk to you later. Vivek does work too much. The other day he said he was putting in 14-hour days. Okay, max top, max left. White ring. 7.4. It's going to be 5.8. So I'm going to push up to the plus 10. Well, the rough bump is now out of the question with the great right. But we'll still reach. So we're looking at 5.3 rings. That's a lot of work. A lot of work, Vivek. Should make for some decent paychecks though, right? Now I know our payroll always shuts down, so we usually get our check early in December. We'll get it a week or two early. We're just supposed to guesstimate what will work, and then they pay us based off of that. Oh, that's tough, Sky. That's tough too, Vivek. Working all those hours and they give you a small salary. I tried to slice this hole, and I tried to counter slice it, and it can clear, but it left a horrible shot. But if we get tailwind or crosswind with a little bit of tail, you'll see that in the next rounds. So this is minimum plus 20. That's tough, Vivek. Yeah, I get double time, or I just float it. Like I had to go in yesterday because somebody didn't properly schedule. And I will take that double time and float it on another day. So for those 3 hours, I just took a whole nother day in. Got a typo in my notes. That should be left. Alright, so there I am at min. The ball guide on the left side of the shadow. 7.3 is going to be 7 rings. I'm just going to push them. And then I'm going to do left curl to the outer ring. Yeah, the only bad part about my job is I'm paid by government funding grants, and every 3 to 5 years I have to worry about whether or not we'll get a new grant and whether or not I'll be funded. It's a good use for this ball. But the times I got over, I was still behind those trees on the second shot. So we'll see how our opponent does. Yes, Elise, I'm in research. I work in spinal cord injury research. Now, I'm using the Horizon here, mainly because I only have Cat 4 on this account. And Cat 4 is not going to be any better here. Yes, medical research, but I don't work with patients that often. I'm more basic side and do a lot more computer programming. Of course, the programming wasn't originally part of my job. I just found it as a way to make my job easier. Hey Nate, thanks for the good luck. Hopefully we'll finish up with this warm-up round soon, and we'll get started on the real round, and I'll do better. This hole here is interesting. The rough bump looks like it would be there, but no matter what I did, it always stopped right above the hole. Even rolling all the way up to the fringe, I couldn't get it to drop. And this shot was a little inconsistent. And I'm assuming that was due to slight wind angles. Will do, Sky. What area are you working out of? I accidentally had baby overpower there. Tough break. Nice over. I had a -14 with a birdie on 3, and that was the best I was able to squeeze out of my 3. You reside in Nashville? Well, there should be some medical supply companies. A lot of those tend to be heavy IT as well. You know, the people who supply stuff to the hospitals and everything like that, because a lot of it's more computerized. So I'm going to start off with max plus 20, P5. We're going to try to run this up into the second fairway so we can hit this rough bump. For some reason I couldn't hit perfect on this shot yesterday either, but I was getting tired. And this was, I'm assuming, Josh's shot, because I think the video I saw on Finzel's was Josh's account. Alright, so at least we got a nice low in. So one right, 6.9 top, which is max for the APOC 6. Plus 0, second bounce, just going onto the fairway. 8.6 rings. No overpower, no curl. Yes, I know Josh does the, oh, I missed the rough. We'll reach with the Nirvana. This has been a very ugly round. But like I said, I don't really want this account to get through. Because it never has a chance to really banner an expert 3. I don't have all the clubs exactly where I need them yet. It's a nice thing about the shot. If you do go long and go rough, Nirvana's still reachable, potentially droppable. I agree, it's definitely more finesse. It doesn't play well for great hitters like me. And it does kind of favor certain types of balls as well. It's definitely not a course for super aggressive. Yeah, definitely not for us, at least the great hitters. Alright. So now I'm going to switch to the other account. Try to focus a little more. See if we can dial these in. I'm pretty positive that's not making it. Unless you got a lot of people dumping day 2 and tier 3, which usually isn't the case. Day 1, yes. I've accidentally gotten through tier 3 with a +2 before on day 1. Because most of tier 3 dumps day 1. Alright, so we're back at hole 1. 4 top, 3 right. Max plus 20%. We're going to do 1.5 times OP as what I adjust, and half a ball right curl. I know the last few courses have been playing really tight. Yeah, there's a lot of people I saw trying to crush them. So 3 right, 4 top. There's our +0 with the blue at the rough. 8.2 is going to be 7. So we adjust a little more than a ring. So I'll go on up to 2 rings. Now great right here, can clip the rough. You'll have a similar shot, you'll just be further back. 42 is going to put us at min, probably a little closer to the bunker than the pitcher. I believe when I was at 41, I was at the blue ring. Of course, that's the one I dropped. So I'm looking to get that second bounce right before the fringe. The third bounce is going to be on the dark green line to the right of the cup, and the ball guide should go through the cup and about 2 squares past. Okay, so there's man. As you can see, there's a little bit of funnel right there. I knew it was there. Just had to find it. 7-7 is going to be 7-7. We do get perfect. Good bounce. Just a bit left. Yeah, I contemplated, Solis, whether or not I would play just because I knew it would be hard to finish. But I really wanted to see the course and see how it played. So that looked like I maybe needed a little bit more of a 1159 pull, or an extra 5% on that. But there is a small kind of funnel there. And as I showed you on the first one, stay away from the left side. Yeah, so at least I'm in that same boat. I don't know if I'll be able to play opening round or weekend round. I can play on Thursday, but not Friday or Saturday, I don't think. Alright, so on hole 2, we have a no movement, 4 back, 1-1 minus 0.2. Now the adjustment's not the same, but you can play this with a rock as well. I accidentally had to, because I forgot to make a rock, or a QB bag. And you want to make sure you don't underpower. If anything, favor a little overpower, because underpower risk hitting that front let and coming back, especially if you hit a great left. Because if you notice, when it lands on the second bounce, it's right there. It's real close. So 4 back, no side, 9.0. I've got a typo in my notes. Should be 8.8. Hit great left, so we'll miss. And these typos are annoying me. I gotta fix them. I use a Google Slides, so at least if you click on the pinned message at the top, it'll take you right to it. And I just edit this Google Doc for each round, so the link will be the same. And the reason I use the Google Docs is so I can name the version file history and I can keep them all in the same file, which I haven't named this one yet. But I figured for sharing with everyone, the Google Doc works the best. Alright, so there was the slice. I'm not going to do the slice. I am going to practice this shot that was sent to me by Raja Brahma. So I'm going to practice it this time. So I may have the 5 rings wrong on that. He said 9 yards, which I thought was 5 rings, but we ended up pretty short last time. Hey Quad, thanks for the good luck. Rancho, how you doing? So this new ball is basically the snow globe ball, right? And they went too long. They need a little more right. Minus 14, missed 2 albas. They're all achievable in this round anyway. I think I need to be at max on this. It's a low wind too. Let's see. Let's do max minus 5. 5.9 rings. Then push up 5 yards. Good hit, Russian. It's not going to help. Okay, so that needs to be set up at max, not at the +0. Well, Quad, that eagle is hard to get in general. I've only dropped it once so far. There is a slight funnel, but it just, I haven't been hitting it right. Maybe a little right curl will help. But if you want me to, Quad, if you want to put it together, I'll put it in a Google Doc, and I can share it out with people. Hey, Goxel, thanks for the good luck. Okay, this should be pretty close to 1-1. So a little over adjusted, but I probably had my slider wrong because I'm looking at the Grizzly 9. So I'm going to look at the Grizzly 8 real quick and see what 20 rings should be. Should have been 28%. So that's pretty close to 25. Because you do that in a Word document, right, Quad? Thanks, Vishnu. Thanks for the good luck. Glad the videos are helpful. So this shot here is just a little bit safer layup if you don't want to go with the blast. Let me see. You talking about from men? From men, the Grizzly 8 anyway goes 1, 3, 4, 6, 7. It's not exactly consistent. Looks like most of them are 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Grizzly 8 from men is 1, 1, 2. Oh, so you do a PowerPoint, then convert it to PDF? I pushed up 5 rings, guy. We're going to play it for real. 5 rings should be about 10 yards. So, Goxel, if you get on Facebook and search Golf Clash Rings Bible, there's a group you can join, and they have an Excel file, and it has the sliders for every club. You just put in what ball you have. It'll have all the sliders for men, all the sliders for max, and the percent rings needed for hooks and slices. That's 112 is so it went 1%, 3%, 4%, 5%, 7%, 8%, 9%, 11%. So that's the percent that it moved on each one. Now I'm hoping if I hit it perfect, I will get into thorn range. Now that I have where I should be. And then of course everyone knows thorn is 1% per ring up to 25. Going for min and then going for max, it goes 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. All right, so we got 9.4. So 6.7 rings. Max top, max left. 6.7. Then I'm going to push up 5. Half ball curl, max overpower. Man, I cannot hit my overpower. I hit the planter. We're getting wet. It's Golf Clash Rings Bible. That was a weird bounce off that planter. Since I blew that, I might try the send it shot. See if I can work that. I'll just practice again. All right, so 9.1 is going to be 6.5. Max top, max left. This time, try to do a better job of hitting perfect. I'm going to do 4.5 rings. There we go, that's a little better. Plus 9 yards is about 4.5 rings. Well, guess it's 5 rings. So as you guys see, I'm not very good at following direction. Sometimes if I don't work it out myself, I can't do it. Alright, Quad. Sounds good. I'll see what I can do. Good luck. Alright, so this time I want to make sure I don't mess this up. Put Thor's hammer in the bag. Alright, so there's Thor's hammer. Plus 25%. So basically we're just trying to get on that little island. I tried to go through that bowl shape on the left, but I didn't really get a good line. And this bump has a pretty good line. And the Thor's hammer has a really good ball guide, so it's a good club for this shot. And some of you have asked me why I don't use the Thor's hammer more. So 2.5 right, 2.8 top, white ring at the rough. 9.1 is going to be 6.8. So we're looking to stay below 330. We get 329. So from here, we're going to count our rings from min. This one should be about 5%. Then we're going to set up as our opponent here. I didn't see how many rings he was, but I'm going to assume min right now. So he's almost a square through the cup, center cup, yellow centered. He's done 6.2 and 7.4. Looked like he had a little baby right curl. I'm not sure if that was on purpose. And he over adjusted. 25 slider on what? Hold on, let me shoot this and I'll answer. Alright, so that's 5. Because we were about 2 rings. 80 is going to be 6.2. We do hit perfect. A little far back on that. So I must have had a, we were in line, but I must have had a 11.50 or 12.01 pull because I landed about a half a ring further back than I should have. So on this, I had a 5% slider because I knew I wasn't going to be, it was an 11.59 pull. Oh no, I just had that in there. It's max. It's not a 25% slider. Oh, I did 2.5 right, 2.8 top. And if I did pull 11.59 Rancho, that's what pulled me up short. You dropped it with the same elevation? It was in line. Okay, so 70% slider plus 35% P3. I'm going to set spins first. 3 right, 2.3 top. Then I'm going to try to find my spot at the +1 where the ball guide is going center pin. Of course, if we get a low wind, it's always easier because you don't have to double pull. Because anytime you double pull, you risk. Hole 5 can do short and stick at the fringe. I've had that happen once. And then I've had it on both sides going long. So we want our ball guide entering the green and about the middle, the dark green, the third one from the left. And if you over adjust, just a little bit, it can end up on the fringe. You under adjust a little bit, it'll end up right side of the cup. It's still an easy, straight, dead-on shot from the fringe. As far as with the EB, you don't even have to adjust it. But of all the shots with the Kingmaker, it was the only one I could find to drop. Thanks for the good luck, Chip. So 3 right, 2.3 top. So from the +1, middle of the fringe there, the bottom of the +1, 7.6 is going to be 9.8. Square up our ball. Try to hit perfect. And let's see how we roll in here. Because it looked like I had a good spot that time. Nope. I over adjusted. I could tell I over adjusted because I came in on the left side of that dark green. Or I had a pull angle. Over adjust or pull angle, same thing. Same results anyway. So just like Rancho, it pulled up a little left and then rolled short onto that fringe. I'll go back and watch that pull angle, and we'll see what we should suggest for pull angles. See, with the chip, it's a no adjust. Grates still drop. So you're still not at risk taking the shot. So let's watch this replay. And see what I did. Now you can go more at the hole with the wind ball or a power ball. Yeah, you can get a birdie easily from the right side with any ball. There's a massive funnel on the right side. But it always takes you 2 squares behind the cup. Alright, so it looks like I have an 1159. Yeah. So I'm pulling 1159. So you want to favor a 1201. I'm going to add that to the notes. So you see I came up the left side of that dark green, and that pulled me up short. You want to come up the middle of that. Well, thanks for the compliment, Legendary. Alright, let's see if I can not mess this up this time. We got max plus 10%. And we're going to push up 5 yards after adjust. I was pushing up max when I first started, but when I pushed up max, high winds risked clipping the rough. So the +5 gives you a little bit of buffer. So we're basically just looking to kind of run into that bottleneck there. That'll give us around a +0 on slider for our sniper to try to use this rough bump. If for some reason you're like our op, you can lay up and play 10% on a thorn. You should be able to get some min thorn from there. So we're going to go to +6. Half a ball left curl. You can favor a little extra. Grates are a potential risk for going into the rough, but you can still reach with the Nirvana. You just lose your easier chance at the Albatross, but it's still safe. And then on the second shot, grates are still safe as well. You just may miss the drop. I did drop one with a very slight grate left. Alright, so we're looking for the funnel. You can kind of see it right there. Red ring at the bunker. Now we're going to go through center cut. We got 8.3. We are at the +2, which is 75% club. So we're going to go 8.9 rings. Center our ball and try to hit perfect. And I hit great left, so we'll miss, of course. Might get lucky, but yeah. Hey Kane, thanks for the good luck. The stats of this account. This one has 2,300. It's not one of my youngest accounts. Yeah, it can pick up a speed. Very slight great left will drop. I did drop one with a slight great left. Dropped one with perfect. Of course, I just seem to be having one of those days where I'm just slightly off. But they do drop. And see, I only ran 3 accounts last night. and I only took maybe 1 or 2 practice, so I hadn't really run through a lot of these. Oh, there's some more stats for Rancho. So I don't play a lot of tour with this. I used to play a little bit more, but right now it's mainly just tournaments. The other account, is there a nasty speed roll? I haven't caught it yet, so I guess I got lucky. All of mine have been falling short. I'm either just on the green or on the fringe, so I'll have to pay attention to that. I wouldn't doubt it. They like to hide those little speed rolls just so every now and then someone catches it. 8.8 is going to be 8.5. Well, we're not going to have to worry about the speed roll. Clipping the rough is going to put us pretty far back. We're going to be wedged no matter what. Yeah, I can see that little speed roll spot right there. See how the guide clicks forward? There's a bowl on that third bounce that if you catch the front end of it, it's going to throw you. So when they put those little bowl spots in the fairways and roughs, and you get a weird bounce or a throw or a speed roll or it dies, that just means you hit the slope on those bowls. And they're hard to see visually because they don't really shadow them. You know, there's no shading to show that the sun's hitting it any different. You only notice based on your guide when you're moving it around. You save this from the bunker? Yeah, it will turn right by the bunker on the right side. If you're too close to the right side of it, it turns to the right. You definitely want to make sure you're at least 2 rings left. Or 1 ring if it's the horizon, because it's got huge rings. Hopefully this plays at 20%. Alright, so we have 70% club. $7.4 is going to be 5.8. Hey, John Bell, thanks for the good luck. Oh, you hit great, right? Yeah, so it did play plus 20, EB rule. For those of you that don't know the EB rule, check out Jared A's video. Hit the link to his channels in my description of this video. You can also find his link on the banner on my channel. So Rancho, I will show you the stats on the tier 3 account that I was throwing earlier. And it has about a quarter of the games this one has. His rough and sand is excellent as well. Alright, so we've got 3 right, 4.3 back. $7.2 is going to be 7.6. I'm going to favor 1201. Last time we hit the pin too hard, too hot. And this time we burned the edge. Yeah, the minus 30% rule with the wedge and sand have saved me a lot of times. Now, Rancho, Radu just put out a rapier roll video because he still uses the rapier. So if you like the rapier more and you're more comfortable with it, check out that video. I haven't watched it yet, but he did tell me he put it out the other day. I think the reason this shot is so inconsistent is right before the hole, about a square and a half, there's a ledge that runs diagonal. So when your ball is approaching, it wants to first turn left and then turn right. And finding that exact path is a little hard. Sometimes it's a headache. Yeah, I've been using EB rule with all of my accounts. For my 3 and 4 EBs, I use 15% instead of 20 because 20 tends to over adjust and it's a little less accurate. But he does state in his video it's EB5 plus. I don't know how I'm getting all these chests. I'm not dropping anything. On to 9. change that to 6.8 top. Okay, there's our spot. 9.8. Relatively low wind. It's going to be 8.9. No overpower, no curl. We're just hoping to bump the rough and roll out. Great left, great right have been okay. If you clear the rough and land on that fairway instead of bumping it and roll into the far rough, you can still reach with Nirvana. This one is tier 2. My other one is tier 3. But like I said, I was dumping it, so I wasn't putting any effort into it. Because I still have most of my rares at level 8. Some are level 7. Most of my exits are level 4, level 5 on my epics. So I haven't been playing the minis lately. And the reason I quit playing them is because playing the minis in Masters, because it's the only one worth playing, was throwing all of my account into tier 3. So now I just log in, join the mini, don't even play a single hole. It's unfortunate for our opponent. Alright, so plus 30%. I'm at the plus 11. I'm going to need my slider here. So plus 11 is 74%. Let's go, yeah, plus 11, 74%. We got 10.2, so that's going to be 13.5 rings. I'm going to go one square through. So first thing I'm going to do is my 3.5. And then my 10. And I'm going to have to overpower 2 rings. We do hit perfect, so we should be close. Might be a little hot. No, a little slow. It was turning towards it. So had I left that, or hit perfect on that drive, I would have been further out. And I would have had a nicer adjustment. And about 2 rings through, not just the one. Stuff like this is the reason why I wish we had no opponents. I have to sit here and waste time waiting for them because they fled or because their game messed up. Of course, if I just dropped it, I wouldn't have to worry about it.
If you're wondering what's happened, so am I. The computer that we have running our news from time to time took off and went wild. So what we're going to do is start over from the top.
At least they sped up the timeout point. So another lackluster run. Must have got all my drops yesterday. Alright, so the other account. So I think this is currently the only one I have in Tier 3. So I have 844 games. And it's still in Tier 3 due to winning the major, because the major counts for more.
So am I.
Alright, I'm gonna switch accounts again real quick. I think I didn't mess up on this one. I may have messed up and accidentally got it relegated out of expert because I don't play it enough. So this is my unlucky account. Doesn't matter what I do, how well I play, I always get the toughest brackets, and I always end up 4th and 5th. And you see, this one was started around the same time as the other. But as you can see, keep getting 4ths and 5ths. Yeah, I accidentally got it relegated. I know nothing of Pro, so we'll just play it blind, based off of our notes. Thanks, guy. That's one of my weaker accounts too, coin-wise. I'm using an S7 Plus, and yes, I do sometimes have the auto-release issue. As long as I keep my screen clean and I don't hold my finger too long on the tablet. You know, if I wait 3 or 4 swings, I'm more likely to have it. Or if I look away as I'm swinging. It's almost as if it's tracking my eyes and it sees me looking away and it disables the touch. So these are played from the same tees. So we should be about the same. Yeah, when I was going through and playing my account maintenance, I totally missed this account. And got it relegated. When you have too many accounts, that's a problem. So, but the S7 Plus has actually been a pretty good tablet. It's a lot better than when I played on my phone. playing on my phone was a lot harder. Adjustments were harder. Getting those fine-tune adjustments. With this tablet, I can see the little clicks for the points one. You know, so when I say point one right spin, I can see the click. And it clicks like 2 for each one. So since we have a right push on this, I'm going to set up further over. Let's see, 6.5, 5.6. Looks like a tree might be in the way. So I'm not going to curl it. Hey, Will. We're just goofing off now. I messed up and let this count get relegated. Interesting. So the trees did not come into play. But we got too much roll. This will be good for if I get playing this will be good if we get later wins. So how did you do, Will? You usually put up some monster scores. Oh, okay. Yeah, I do that sometimes too. I have a count that I always call my runner. And it's usually whoever has the most practice tokens. I will run 1 or 2 practice shots with them. And then I will shoot it a 3rd time as a practice as well. So that account almost hardly ever gets any drops. And usually I hope that it fails. You know, so that way I can use it again to run again. Oh, you're welcome, Sky. As long as it helps. Sometimes my shots aren't the best shots, so make sure you always check everybody else out as well and give them props, like their videos and everything. You know, even just putting their playlist through on a computer when you're not around helps them get their views up, get their watch hours up, and gives them ad revenue. So if you ever have the ability to do that for anybody, that helps. Especially any of these players or streamers that have less than 1,000 subscribers. Getting that 4,000 watch hours is extremely hard. $10 on each account. Your practice tokens are down around the same as mine. It's hard to make content when you don't have the practice tokens for it. Alright, so we got a headwind here. Let's use this rock. Okay. I'm gonna go with 3 back. Rock 8 plus 10%. 5, 8. So 1 to 1. I'm gonna go 6 just in case for compression purposes. Uh-oh. I can't adjust. That was a weird glitch. It wouldn't let me adjust when it hit the water's edge there. Alright, Rancho, goodbye. Good luck on your rounds. I guess because the bullseye was on that cliff wall, it didn't want to let me pull down it, so I should push rings there. It was a nice shot by our opponent. Pretty close. Trying to hit that same funnel. Alright, hole 3. Let's see what the wind looks like here in Pro. So you got a side wind. And this is APOC 5. Looks like this would be pretty hard. That's true, Will. You know, I try to keep my tokens and gems up, but as you can see, ever since they took away the pin chest and replaced it with the challenges, and I don't have time to grind out the challenges, that I haven't been able to keep my gems up above 10,000. So, you know, it drains the gems and the practice tokens to dial in anything. Plus, when I'm already spending an hour per shot trying to dial it in. I'm going to slice here, just so I know in the future how the slice works. You know, for when we get this wind angle and expert in one of the future rounds. And I should be able to go with a counter slice from the second pad and clear over to the fairway. So if I was aiming in this vicinity here, I know I won't clear there. So So maybe I'll clear here. So there's 10, 18, and then 5.5 is going to be 4.5. Oh, I didn't put any spins on it, so that's going to kill our bounce. Nope. It actually overshot the landing spot with max overpower. So I guess the only way we're going to play this wind in the future is to lay up where our opponent is using a cat and stretching out and try to roll up short for a wedge if we get a headwind or a crosswind on this hole. I don't want to take someone's qualifying spot. So I played 3 holes on that. We're done there. Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and end here and get some stuff done around the house. Everyone, thanks for stopping and viewing. Have a great day. Good luck on your rounds. Hopefully you'll do better than I did today. It's a tough course. Not everything's rolling exactly consistently. But the drops are out there. So good luck. And I will see you hopefully in the weekend round. Goodbye.